So good evening everybody. Today we will basically going to solve this geometrical question which is involving a quarter circle, and we need to find the value of x here, and we will not going to use anything regarding Ptolemy's theorem. We will simply going to use simple trigonometry and solution of triangle concepts in order to solve this question, regardless of the fact that how long the process of solving this question will basically going to become. So let us start this question, and we will not going to use Ptolemy's theorem. The solution of this question with the help of Ptolemy's theorem is very simple, and I have also put up a video on it early. Check in the description for the link of that video in order to check that process out. So but in this video we will going to solve this exact same question without the application of Ptolemy's theorem, because not everyone knows what is Ptolemy's theorem, because it is a quite infamous theorem which is very bad. Because I encourage everyone to know about it, because it is actually very interesting, very exciting and very important theorem in classical geometry. But okay, there's no problem, we can also solve this question through solution of triangle, but it will going to be a lengthier process, but still we will try our best efforts in order to solve this question out. So first let us make an enlarged rough sketch of this geometrical figure. Okay, so this is 24, this is 7, this is A, this is D, this is C, this is B, this is O, and this one is X. Alright, so this is 24 and this is 7. We need to solve for x obviously. So what we can simply do first of all in this case, that we can draw this line AC and this line DO, and this whole thing ADCO is a cyclic quadrilateral because the sum of these two opposite angles is 180 degrees. Now now in this case we let us assume that since if we see in the triangle AOD is a isosceles triangle. It is an isosceles triangle because the length of AO is equal to the length of OD, because both of them are the radius of this quarter circle. So this is the first thing that will obviously going to come into our mind. And then let us assume this is x, this is 7, this is 24. The value of AC will basically going to be 25 with the help of Pythagoras theorem, because obviously a perpendicular sign we can simply see here. And since AOC is also a right angled triangle, the value of AO will going to become 625 minus x square with the help of Pythagorean theorem. Now we need to find the value of x in any way that we can do it. If this is square root of 625 negative x squared, the value of DO will also going to be square root of 625 negative x squared. Alright, not bad. And if this is the case, then if this angle is suppose beta, then this angle will basically going to be 90 minus beta, right? And we know that cos of 90 minus beta is equal to sine of beta. We know this too. And if this is beta, then as we all know that AOD is a isosceles triangle, then the angle A and the angle D will going to be the same. Alright, That will going to be the first thing. So the angle A will basically going to be 90 negative beta by 2, 90 negative beta by 2, and the angle, this angle will also going to be 90 negative beta by 2. And since the whole angle D is a right angle triangle which is 90 degrees, so this angle is going to become beta by 2. This angle is 90 negative beta, so this is beta and this is beta by 2. So it is very a very interesting thing that been here we can simply found here. And since it is a circle, we also know this thing. And in a circle, we also know that anything, any chord, any angle subjected by the help of a chord in the surface of a circle is same. Okay. Anything related to chord, for example, if you are having any circle here, so the angle which this chord will going to subject here, suppose theta, then the same angle it can subject here, which is theta. So we need a surface, we need 2 points in the surface, which is this point and this point, but there's no other angle, so we cannot use this thing because इसका यहाँ पे भैया कोई इस्तेमाल नहीं हो रहा ना. So cos of 90 minus beta is equal to sin beta, and cos of 90 minus beta here we can simply figure it out with the help of cosine formula. So cos of 90 minus beta can also be written as x square plus square root of 625 minus x square whole square negative 7 square divided by 2 times of x times of square root of 625 minus x square, which will be equal to sine beta obviously. And sine of beta, we need to figure it out. We need to figure it out what is the value of sine beta. So this thing is equal to sine beta, or we can simply say sine of beta. Now we need to apply what we call as the sine formula. The sine formula in this case or in this question simply says, and we also need to take into consideration that this is in our circle. Okay, so this is in a circle, we also need to take this thing into our consideration. Now if we see closely in this figure, we can see that the triangle AOD and the triangle ODC are completely touching, its vertices are completely touching the circumference of this green circle. That simply means that we can say that this green circle is the circumcircle of the triangle AOD and the triangle DOC. We can say that there's like no issue on this statement. So now what we will basically going to do, we will going to apply the sine rule on our triangle ADO. Okay. So now what we can do in this case is, we can also see that the triangle ADC is also in this thing, but we will not going to extract anything from it, so there's no point adding it. But here what we can do is, we know that we can simply say that AD divided by sine of beta is equal to 2 divided by r, where r is the radius of this circumcircle. This is another formula related to solution of triangle, और ये एक basic formula है, कम से कम इतना पता होना चाहिए तुम्हें. ठीक है, अगर इतना भी नहीं पता होगा तो भाई ये तो बुरी बात है भाई, इतनी इन्फॉर्मेशन तो मालूम होनी चाहिए ना किसी क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने के लिए. So the value of AD 24. The value of sine beta, we don't know the value of sine beta, divided is equals to 2 by r. R is the radius of the circumcircle. Okay, so we know that AC is the diameter of this green circle. How? because we know one theorem related to circle, that the diameter of a circle, if we make any triangle from it, it will always going to make a right angle, like this, like this, like this, like this. It will always going to make a right angle. So we can see that in this green circle, this segment AC is making a right angle here, and this is also making a right angle here. So this means that for this green circle, this AC is actually the radius for this green, or diameter for this green circle. So the value of R in this case will basically going to be 25 divided by 2. So from here we can get the value of sine beta. Okay, we have calculated what is the value of sine beta. So the value of sine beta is equal to 24 into 25 by 2 into 1 by 2. So this is the value of sine beta. Now what we can again do is, we are having an expression regarding x, and we need to find the value of CO. Actually, our main goal is actually to find the value of CO. So yeah, we also need to take that into our concern or concernity. Now through this expression we can simply figure out the value of x, but that will still going to be a very lengthy process, because we need to square both sides, then figure out the value of x, then calculate what the fuck is 625 minus x square by square root. So that will again going to be a very complicated process, and I don't want this process to be continued on. So what we can do again is, if we know the value of AO, we can calculate the value of OC. That will not going to be a very big major problem. So the value of AO divided by sine of 90 minus beta by 2 will be equal to AD, which is 24 divided by sine of beta, which is equals to 24 into 25 by 2 into 1 by 2. We don't know the value of AO. Okay, we don't know what it is, but AO can be represented as, like, we can simply cancel this fuck out. It is going to be 4 by 25 into sine of 90 minus beta by 2, which is cos of beta by 2, and cos of beta by 2 can be written as 1 plus cos of beta by 2 in square root, obviously. Now again we are having a cos term. So the value of AO, if we figure it out, so the what will basically going to be the value of CO. So the value of CO, which we need to figure it out, is actually square root of 625 minus AO square, where AO is 16 divided by 625 multiplied with 1 plus cos of beta divided by 2. So taking this thing here, we can get CO as square root of 625 minus 16 divided by 625 into 1 by 2 into 1 plus cos beta, where cos beta can be represented as square root of 1 minus sine square beta, where sine beta is this. So we can simply cancel out. It will basically going to become 6 into 25. That will going to become 6 into 25 whole square. Okay, so this will basically going to be the value of CO, and when you will going to calculate it out, it should come 15. Okay, it should come 15 here. So this is a way through which you can solve this question without using Ptolemy theorem, but तुम देख सकते हो लंबा है, तो इससे अच्छा Ptolemy theorem का इस्तेमाल करके ही इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने का कोशिश करो, क्योंकि भाई वो जो वीडियो है जिसमें मैंने इस क्वेश्चन को Ptolemy theorem से सॉल्व कराया, उस वीडियो का लिंक मैं तुमको इस वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन के नीचे डाल दूंगा, तो तुम उसको चेकआउट कर सकते हो. So thanks for watching this video and have a nice day ahead, and please subscribe if you have not done so.